up, y'all? This is MGTV Reactions, and today I'm going to be reacting to Skye's World husband. Okay, now Skye's husband put out, or should we say, husband? Okay, he did a live yesterday, I believe, and then he privated the live, and another reactor caught it. So I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 cents because I can do that, and head over to her YouTube, the Reactors YouTube, and watch that video with you guys and just, give my thoughts and opinions on that. So I'm just going to jump right in and share my screen. No need to talk too much. But before I even get started, I do want to say really quickly, I want to send a welcome to all of my new subscribers. I want to say thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel and watching my videos, okay? So I'm sending you guys a warm welcome. I want to hear everybody's thoughts and opinions down in the comments. If your opinion differs from mine, that's fine. I want to hear it all, okay? So I'm just going to get started right now. Here we go.
And you guys hear. Let me know if you can hear. But down in the chat, give me a thumbs up or put a pineapple.
I just know that.
And shout out to Pineapples, the reactor who caught this video.
I just know that I couldn't really do me even after my I literally had to beg to get my I'm begging now just to get my son's clothes.
I'm not stopping it. I'm gonna be quiet now.
My son has no toys. Everything he got for Christmas, he has nothing. Everything is at her house. Everything is at her house right now. She got all my son's clothes. She's got all my son's toys. My son has no pull-ups. I had to break down and get that from my mom. And even down to getting a haircut. She said I couldn't get a haircut. That's why I was looking rough. She said I couldn't get a haircut.
So my question is this, because he mentioned before that Skye woke him up out of his sleep and told him that him and his son has to go. So I'm just confused. On the way out, why didn't you think to grab all of your things? Because you knew at that point that you were done with Skye because she does too much, okay? Why would you leave the pull-ups? Why would you leave his clothes? And why would you leave his toys? That's what makes me believe that they probably going to get back together. I doubt that him coming out and speaking and saying the things that he's saying. Skye seems like the type of female that goes for anything. So I don't think that even him coming out here doing all this is going to make her not, take him back if he chooses to try to go back. But let's continue.
A haircut. She said I couldn't get a haircut because, I wasn't doing that bad before I met her. But then after I moved in with her, I used to keep myself up, man. That's just me. I sat there and I looked rough. Y'all might have thought I was using her, but hell, I couldn't even get a haircut with my own paychecks. I said, even with my checks, I had to put all my checks in her account. The way I got paid had to be paid through her. I couldn't get none of my money. It's wrong, bro.
So another thing. Now, this guy that Skye is with, he does not appear to be, he's not attractive. I'm just put it like that. But he does look like he wants to keep himself up. He has his earrings in. I don't really like when guys wear earrings, but listen, he wears earrings. He tries to do a little something with his hair. You can see from some of the pictures that he puts up that, he tries to look presentable more often than not. So not him saying that, once he got with Skye, he wasn't able to keep himself up because she wouldn't allow him to get a haircut. So he got to look a mess because she look a mess. Skye looks a mess on a regular. That is hilarious. What?
Even at my brother's funeral, she started arguing with me before my brother's funeral.
And hold up. And another thing, if he had to get all his checks deposited into Skye's account, that's his problem. At his big age, you mean to tell me that he doesn't have a bank account of his own outside of Cash App? That's just trifling. He's too damn old. So you didn't have a car, you didn't have a house, you didn't have a bank account, you ain't have nothing. Wow.
Even during my brother's funeral, I went to go get a haircut. I got left in the location I was. I didn't agree to it. It was either that or I leave. It was either that or she put me out. Yeah, he was calling her mama. And then at the same time, she had so much animosity towards my son. Like her 4-year-old was mean as shit to my son. And I'm like, bro, like at this point, really why I took and left is because eventually he was gonna hurt my son. Like her 4-year-old pushed my son out of the van before, pushed him straight out the van, pushed him off the steps at her mama's house. My son is always doing wrong. Her kids always talk back to me, rolling their eyes. I'm not their daddy, this, that, and the third. And like, anytime something pop up, it's all about my son. Like,
okay, so here's the thing. This is why I mean, a lot of people are changing their perspectives and saying that Skye used him or whatever the case may be. And that Skye is completely in the wrong. And if she did treat him and his son this way, she's definitely wrong. But here's my thing. This man left his mother's house to go move into Skye's nasty house. Okay. Sat there with his son during the eviction process, stayed through the homeless journey in the parks, in the van, at the mom's house, at his sister's house, stayed together. He's put his son through all of that. Okay. So now he's alleging that his son has been abused over there by Skye's 4-year-old child and Skye. Okay. I'm not understanding. As a grown man, how do you stay in a situation not only where you have to be homeless and put your child through that, and then allow your child to be mistreated by the other children and by the female that you are with? And why on God's green earth would you make him or even allow your son to call her mom when he is probably well aware that that's not his mother? And so are you. He has his own mother. Skye is not his mother. He could have called her Miss Skye or anything else that's appropriate. But to call somebody mom is just doing too much, because that's not his mother at the end of the day. And that speaks a lot about his character. He doesn't give a damn as long as he's benefiting and able to eat or whatever and go for the ride along the way. He doesn't care. He didn't care about what his son was put through. He didn't care about none of that stuff because he was there. He stayed through all of that. All of that. And that's just trifling. Very fucking trifling. There's no way that anybody, first of all, it's going to be a big problem if I can see that some specific child is intentionally attacking or trying to harm my child. Immediately, it's going to be a problem with the parent and the child. And we would have to leave, because what I'm not going to do is allow my child to be harmed. You know what? I think that's trifling. Let's continue.
It's all about my son. My son, like, and I really felt it was jealousy towards my son because he couldn't do nothing. But yet, her 4-year-old, he walks around the house and do whatever he wants to do. Oh no, bro! I never provoked the girl. She had an attitude when I first met her. Like, it's nothing I can do about somebody having an attitude. But I thought
another thing. If he's alleging that, you know, his son was being treated differently than her children, imagine the difference in how the foster children are probably being treated, and they don't even have parents or anybody there to stick up for them. If that's really what's going on, imagine how they were treated.
Make things better, but I couldn't do nothing. Like, no, like, bro, my son couldn't do, like, y'all can say what y'all want about me. Yeah, okay, I can understand me trying to tell y'all what I didn't do to provoke her. But my son, my 3-year-old, ain't do nothing to her for him to get treated the way he got treated. Like, when I tell y'all, like, she whooped my son's ass for everything. My son.
And so you are saying to us, sir, that Skye whooped your son's ass and you sat there and allowed her to beat your son's ass? What? Now, listen, I'm all for, like, listen, if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, there definitely needs to be a line there of respect with the children. His child should respect her. Her children should respect him as well. However, when it comes down to the discipline of the children, if they use, if they pop kids or whatever as a form of physical punishment or whatever, you're not going to be popping my child. Leave it up to me to discipline my child. What you can't do is do that. That's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. So he sat there and watched Skye beat his son's ass. When she claims herself that she has never even popped her own children, which is why they tear shit up the way that they do. Are you kidding me? To be honest, I'm going to be honest. He sounds very, very weak. Okay. He's not making, I think that, you know what? Because this is what men do. Men who are narcissistic as well. They like to flip things and they like to make it out that they're the victim. It had to have been something else going on as well. I'm not saying that I don't believe some of the stuff he's saying, but it's like he's trying to make everybody have sympathy for him. And I don't have sympathy for him because that is a situation that he chose to be in, knowing that it was a messed up situation. He chose to be in that. He chose to drag his son along and be a part of that. And I think that that's on him, that they went through all of that with Skye.
Nothing. But then when I say, well, dang, like, you know, her son, her 4-year-old, I tell him, all right, man, I tell him, stop, y'all chill out. Y'all mama need to break this, that, and third. And to go from me getting on them to her turning right on me and going in on me, cussing me out.
So here's the thing. So she didn't allow him to step in and discipline her children. But he allowed her to physically harm his child and discipline him in that way. Okay.
Hey, shit, going to another guy and talking about me, dragging my name to another dude who is her cousin, but he's trying to fuck her. And then I go in her phone and she's talking about, yeah, this pussy ass nigga don't give me no breaks. He always riding my.
So what is the thing with the cousins? Okay, so Skye allegedly has another cousin who's trying to get in the guts. That's just sick, because allegedly they looked at each other as cousins before they got together.
This, that, and third, and I can't do nothing without him. And I'm like, bro, that's all cap, because I can't even go to work. I can't even go to a job without getting a text message, not even an hour into work. I bet you around some bitch, you might as well go ahead and stay there. And I'm like, everywhere I fucking go, there's gonna be a female there. So press me so hard to work from home, find a job where I can work from home. And yeah, definitely, this dude is her actual cousin, and she talks so much.
So he's saying that when he was at work, you know, Skye would be accusing him of talking to a female while he's at work. And that's the reason why he couldn't keep a job, because she was so insecure. I don't believe that. I mean, she might have been, I can see her being insecure about him possibly talking to other women. But I mean, who's going to stop working because somebody's insecure? Like, if you really are about getting money and making sure that you have the means to provide for yourself and your child, you're not going to allow that to stop you from working. So no, I don't understand how a grown ass man would allow a female and her insecurities to stop him from working. Like, okay, I'm confused.
Like, so much shit about me to this guy. And I'm like, that's disrespectful. And then every time something pop up, every time I pop up, every time it pops up, you know, with him in the conversation and shit, like, when I got something to say, it's always shut the fuck up. I don't gotta listen to you. You do what I say. Like, and I'm just like, damn, bro, like, but all of y'all keep.
Well, so here's the thing. So he's making it seem as though he was put through a lot of verbal abuse and that Skye was shutting him down. I'm sorry, I apologize for the noise in the background. I had my window open. But yeah, so like Skye was shutting him down and disrespecting him as a man and things like that. And he chose to endure that because why? Because Skye was providing something for him. Whether it wasn't exactly shelter, but it was free rides, free transportation, I guess, free meals. He chose as a man to allow himself to be disrespected. He chose to allow someone to get in the way of him making money. And I don't believe that, because when they first got together, he wasn't working. All this time, he never had anything. He didn't have a car, a home, or nothing. And then now, Skye's the reason that he can't work. I don't think that he really enjoys working either. He's one of those guys who works long enough to get a couple checks and then he's out of there because he doesn't want to be obligated to go and clock in every single day when he could just go and live off of a female who gets everything for free.
Y'all keep thinking it's me. Y'all keep thinking I'm using her, and I was never using her. Every fucking dime I made, I went over and beyond. I bought this woman like 4 or 5 purses, like all different color tote bag purses. Bought her little crossbody bags and all that, and she never credited me for none of that. Like, she let people think I was being the bum. She let people think that I was not doing nothing.
Well, the fact of the matter is he was being a bum. I think Skye is trifling. I do. But he was being a bum. What kind of purses? What is he talking about? He was buying the purses. Purses from where? From Walmart? Like, sir, where were you buying Skye purses from? And she never showed off not one damn purse. Skye looked a hot ass mess the whole entire time of the homeless journey that they were on. Like, she looked horrible. She kept those fucking braids in for months and months on end. When she took the braids out, she still looked messed up. She didn't even flat iron her hair, try to slick it up into a ponytail or a bun or nothing. She didn't do anything. So a purse, what? You are being a bum because you couldn't add to. The thing is, he doesn't want to make it seem like he was using her, taking from her or whatever, but he wasn't really adding anything. He just was he was giving her the only thing that she required, which was company. He was company to Skye. That's the only thing that he really was giving to her. Outside of that, he was using her for free transportation and free food, and I guess a babysitter as well, because she was watching his son. And she used him too in certain ways. She used him so that she wouldn't have to feel like she was going through it alone. And she paid that price. She was willing to do for him and just, not expect much from him, just so long as he kept her company while she was going through her rough patch. So they used each other.
Or I was using her. And that's not fair because I couldn't even do for myself. I couldn't even get a haircut. I couldn't even get no clothes. And that's not me, bro. Like, and then on top of that, with my son got clothes for Christmas, and the brand new outfit that my son got, her son wore it first. She put the whole outfit on my son first and sent my son out looking like a bum.
And you allow that.
Like, man,
it's no way that I'm going to be able to be with another person and I can, it's just in plain sight that they have something against my child or that they are mistreating my child and I stay. That's how you know he's a bum. No real man is going to be putting up with that at all.
Like, man, all this shit I've been going through since I've been with her, bro, like, I was never using her. The only thing you could say that I was ever doing was just getting transportation to get back and forth to work.
Okay.
Just like I had a job at Kickback Jacks. I had just got a job at Kickback Jacks. This was not even a week ago. And I was ready to start working. And then out of the blue, you're not going to be able to work that job. And I'm just like, damn. Like, I showed up to the interview. Did everything for that. And then just to not even show up. Like before my, and then my brother passed away. My 24-year-old brother just passed. And as hurt as I was, I couldn't even grieve over my brother because even at the funeral, I still felt uncomfortable because we argued about females and all this and that and third and then the kids.
Well, okay, so Skye had every right to feel insecure because he was looking at other women and commenting just blatantly disrespectful about it, just commenting underneath their photos and things like that. So I can understand Skye being insecure. However, Skye should have understood that she does not have a man that many women want, unless it's another woman who is like her. Now this is the part where I don't listen. Let me get it out. I wouldn't have been able to deal with that. To argue with someone about females or anything like that while they are grieving the loss of a loved one, a sibling. So that's a close bond. And you arguing with the man about females, like, No, that's completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. At that point, you deserve to be cursed the fuck out, and now I'm leaving. And you need to get out. Like she. So I have a question now. So he makes it sound as though Skye attended the funeral and he felt uncomfortable because they were having a little rough patch during that time. Did Skye attend his brother's funeral with a bonnet on? Is what I would like to know. If she came to that funeral, I'd like to know how she presented herself in front of that man's family at a funeral. Y'all let me know down in the comments whether or not y'all think Skye wore a bonnet or what you think she did. Let me know.
Like her oldest son, like got so much mouth, and I'm just like, look, bro, you need to chill. And she's like, you got something against him. I don't know what you got against him. I can't have nothing against no kid. I did. His mouth, like the boy talked to me like he didn't tell me. He was like, thank you. He was like, right before the funeral, and I was like, look, man, it's not the time right now. I just need some quiet. He was like, you need to be quiet if I smack you in the mouth. And I'm like what? Like, are you serious?
So imagine that. Oh no, imagine that. Yeah, that's a lot. So okay, so Skye's kids didn't respect him either, and you know what? They probably didn't respect him because they know that their mother has a different, constantly in different relationships. He probably won't be around long, and they just didn't want him near or his son. It probably was just as simple as that. But you know what? At that point, it's Skye's job to check that. And I apologize, y'all, if y'all hear any snoring in the background. I got my baby girl in my room, and she's sleeping. But yeah, now that's just a lot to deal with, a whole lot to deal with.
And I told her about it. And she's like, I'm tired of y'all always going back and forth. I'm like, no, I'm a grown ass man, and ain't no kid gonna sit here and tell me what I need to do as a grown man. Like that's like how you live with yourself knowing that you talk like that. And mind y'all, I moved everything in that house by myself. And once everything was all moved in, that's when I got put out. So
that's what I mean by they used each other. He was hyped. He thought, oh yeah, we got the crib now. I'm about to have my little studio, set my game up, He went through all that with her, going to look at different places. Oh, you know what just popped in my head? When they was making plates. When they was making plates to sell, trying to sell that nasty ass food, they done went through all that together. And now look at what's going on. And so as soon as Skye got up on her feet, she got her a couple dollars in her pocket. She got a place to stay and everything like that. She started talking to this man crazy because she knows that she has the upper hand. That's what women do, to be honest. Let me take a sip of this water real quick. That's what women do. Women submit to men who they know can lead them, provide for them, protect them. Okay. Most women, just in general, women are more likely to submit and respect a man who can provide, protect, lead, all that. A man that she knows that's going to take care of things. Right now, Skye he's been leaning on Skye all this time and just in her face. He doesn't have any money. He doesn't have his own place. He doesn't have his own car. He's not able to provide much for her. Okay. He's dependent on her for a place to stay. He's in the car with her, driving her car and everything like that. So Skye has the upper hand. And she's going to talk to you crazy because she's not looking at you as a man that she can submit to. That's just, what would she be submitting to? Somebody that she has to take care of? So, I don't think it's right to disrespect anybody. I don't, but that's normally how it works. When Skye is in her masculine state, even though she's not really making moves and all that kind of stuff, but he needs her more than she needs him type of thing right now because she has her stuff together. So she no longer really needs him to make her feel safe while he's sleeping in a damn car. Because she in the house now. She got a roof over her head. And she knows that he needs her for a roof over his head. So I feel like that's why she was treating him like that. Because he's not giving a man. Somebody that you can call on, somebody that you know is going to handle things and all that. He doesn't give that. And Skye, to be honest, I don't think Skye has ever even had a man like that. She's used to men living off of her and doing all sorts of things to her.
because I had to move everything out of the apartment by myself, and I had to move everything in the house by myself. So I was told to keep quiet. If this means that I can't get my clothes, if this means I can't even get my clothes. And exactly, Lucy, exactly what you just said. Yes, like yes, that's exactly what happened. And I'm man enough to admit that, because at the end of the day, I'm just like, look, bro, I don't come off like no hard ass dude to no female, because that's weak as fuck. I don't sit there and prove to no female that I could be tough and this, that, and the third. But she was taking advantage of that and stomping right on my fucking head and treating me like I was nobody. And my thing is, I just went, like I said, like all my money, like I told y'all, like, bro, y'all started saying, and what pisses me so fucking off is I can show proof right now how much money I've sent to her Cash App. I'm almost at $1,000 that I sent that girl through Cash App. It may be $20 here, $40 here, $80 here, but I'm at like $980 something that I sent to her. And like, that's the thing. People kept trying to say, oh yeah, you're using it. I'm not. I did my part, but she kept making me out to be like I wasn't doing nothing, but wouldn't defend me. Like, if y'all want screenshots, please tell me, because I can show y'all the screenshot of it. Matter of fact, I can show y'all right now. Hold on. Hello. Yeah.
Okay, so he's saying that he gave Skye $1,000, or just about $1,000, close to it. Over the course of how many months, sir? Like, let's be for real. $1,000 is not much. Over the course of all those months. Yeah, I mean, they were together and going through everything they were going through. It's something, but it's definitely not. It's not enough money to where as though it could have helped her situation, helped her be able to, get her kids in a place sooner, or whatever the case may be. I mean, to him, it's a lot of money. You can tell, but this is just a whole mess. I cannot take it. He's talking about he gave her $1,000 and he bought her purses.
You call me audio. Oh, I did. My bad. Should I call you back? Yeah. But yeah, matter of fact, I can show y'all right now. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my Cash App real quick. Yeah, she's abusive, man. Like, she's abusive as hell, bro. Like, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Like continuously telling me to my face about she could find another nigga, she could do this, that, and third. She'll go fuck somebody else, this, that, and third. And I'm like, bro, like, I ain't even showed you that I was on that type of time. Like I told y'all. See, look, I'm about to show y'all right now.
Okay, so let's zoom in. Let me just see what's going on here. So total received from Skye is $695.39. He claims that he sent her over $900. Okay.
What does that say? Can anybody see it? This is from me to her. So y'all see that, right?
Okay. And it's also from her to you. So look, if he sent her $1,000, let's just say he sent her $1,000. Okay. $695 was received back. So you really only gave a bitch $300. This is what I mean. This is the problem. He's trying to make it out to be the fact, making it out to be that he was doing his best to provide, where Skye was still providing for him. He might have gotten his checks deposited into her account, but I feel like, first of all, that's not enough anyway. Second of all, I'm quite sure she was sending him money as well. She had to feed this man, feed his son, do all this. I mean, I know Skye was coming out of her pocket financially, definitely. So his little $1,000, okay, whatever. But she sent more than half of that shit back. So this is what I mean by some men, they like to try to make you feel sympathetic towards them and make it seem like the woman is the villain. I think that Skye probably does have a nasty attitude. And I do think that Skye was insecure for sure. And I do think that Skye might have treated his son differently. And I do think that What else do I think? I forget what else I was about to say. I think that Skye definitely did some things wrong, but he allowed it, and he stayed, and he put his son through it, and he was okay with it. And so that's what I don't like. It's something else that he had to have done for her to just kick him and his son out like that. It's something else that had to have happened.
Can everybody see? Like, I'm proving to y'all that I ain't lying. Y'all talking about I'm the bum, but yeah. Come on,
so
man.
You are the bum.
How am I the bum?
And she is
Please,
too.
how am I the bum? How am I using her? That's money I sent her. That's the money I sent her. Come on now. Even with her getting YouTube checks. She's getting her YouTube checks. And yet I'm still with what I could give, what I could make. I sent her over $1,000.
And got 600 back. Shut the hell up. 700. Let's say 695.
I know she's on the list, but I know I gotta get the Wi-Fi out of my name. She's got the internet in my name. The storage building was in my name. Since I'm the bum, the internet is in my name. The storage building was in my name. The rental truck was in my name. I mean, like, what more did I have to prove? I fixed the fucking van first. I'm always fixing it. So, like, and now it needs work.
This is what I mean. They used each other. And he should have been left. He should have been up out of there once he realized that Skye was treating his son like shit. He should have been left. And when he left, he should have made sure that he gathered all of him and his son's belongings before he walked up out of that door. And Skye's not going to be willing to give him back his stuff because she's waiting for him to come back to deal with some more of her bullshit.
Work done, and I'm just like at the point where I give up. Like, she's like, "You're the man. You're supposed to let me know when something needs to be fixed." And then when I tell her it's a problem and my check hit her account, and once my check hits her account when I'm working, I'm like, "Well, the car needs this." Well, I don't know what to tell you. And then boom, she's buying a new bag or she's buying more clothes for her kids. My son, he's like, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Like, it's crazy. Hey, I'm fine.
Okay, so there's that, you guys. I really don't care to listen to anything more from that video. I mean, I feel like this guy, he wants to gain sympathy from the people who watch Skye, and make it seem as though she is the crazy one. And she may be. None of her relationships have worked out. She always just finds a bum who needs to rely on her for something, some kind of way. And then that way she can treat the man any kind of way because he's dependent on her. And Skye is constantly in her masculine state because she deals with bums who are using her. And that's what she always speaks on that. Oh, I don't need a man to do this, that, and the third. I don't depend on a man. She doesn't depend on a man, but she is okay with a man depending on her. Okay. So I'm just going to stop my screen. Y'all, this is a whole mess. Let me know what y'all think about this down below. I mean, do you think that Skye is in the wrong here, or do you think that he's in the wrong? Skye, and this is how I know that this is not a skit, because a lot of people were speculating that as well. This is not a skit or a ploy for views and none of that, because Skye hasn't got up here and said a word. She hasn't got up here and said a word. Now, any other time, she would have been on here hooting and hollering and with a lot to say. And now she's quiet. So, you know what? I just don't really know what else to say other than that. And that's sad. I'm so sad for that little boy that he has a father that will bring him into a situation where he's forced to call another woman mommy that's not his mom. And he is being mistreated by the children and the adults and getting his ass whooped by a female that he barely even knows, just so that his father can be able to use her for whatever he was using her for. It's just sad, all around sad. But that pretty much concludes my reaction on Skye and her husband. Just let me know what y'all think down below. Once again, please don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.